Welcome everyone to more open source development live here on our channel. The last minutes before release, Notek, our developer, said he had a build error, and I'm curious if I can reproduce it. So that will be only one thing though, for that I wouldn't have started a live stream. The other thing is, so let's do that. Let's maybe, how do we do that? Yeah, let's config already. Maybe I should also get rid of this old Lua code base warning someday. Let's say we build, does it really matter much? Minimal, I don't usually build it for that. Let's build it exactly, actually we didn't want, did I had, no, this is probably the default, right? I hope that was the default, wasn't it? Would Notek build with smartest? Should not really matter though. Let's actually try speed to test something I didn't usually build. So it's testing. Yeah, okay, that's probably the default because otherwise it wouldn't be generic. Let's test something what I usually don't build. Let's say actually previously I usually I built Nocona. Where is Nocona? Here probably. Who remembers that Intel copied AMD naming it EM64T because extended memory 64 technology? Nah. Let's also actually would Notek cross build? Actually it shouldn't matter too much. Yeah, it's actually testing that. It's actually quite some. I mean, I built with LTO. There it's also, yeah, what exactly do we want to test, right? With dozens of config options. Do we even have audio and drop frames? I mean, let's maybe not LTO because it's what I just built. So let's build that, but nice. Means in the background. And another thing is I noticed some months ago, previous videos there, back in the archive, and not to miss any of this development, you probably want to share, like, subscribe, potential GitHub, Patreon, GoFundMe, OnlyFans, sponsorship, YouTube membership, and all this good stuff. Another thing I noticed, we patched Rust to beta bootstrap. We had the issue of cleanly bootstrapping that on the same architecture, which would fail with another glibc. So unfortunately, due to the config toml target stuff, because target would be equal host and stuff, we figured the cleanest and most somewhat straightforward way would be to use our own Rust arch triplet, which the way arch triplet was supposed to be, instead of using unknown Linux, using T2 Linux. That actually worked relatively well, except some patches. And when I did this, I probably mentioned, yeah, let's see how much it will break, because of course stuff breaks. And so something failed yesterday. Do I remember what? Something is, right, I remember what. Unfortunately now, do we have, yeah, we have this clean. Now the slib RSVG fails because they're vendored, meaning, at least as far as I understand meaning, this is funny modern Rust and cargo terms. I think vendored meaning, or in general maybe independently of Rust and cargo, that including others external packages vendored into the source tree. And so yeah, that is now unknown, and I only noticed that yesterday, and probably we would want to fix that. Actually, I also wonder, do we build, also do we, I didn't change root in here. Don't ask, that's my stupidity. Once run tmux without a temp mount, it doesn't matter. Do we build RSVG? Do we cross build that? Because I also don't know. We don't. But no, we could, and maybe we should. Because And that is always the balance between me wasting my epic thread-ripping CPU cycles here live on YouTube, or other people have to build that and in error-prone and potentially broken ways on the SG Octane. Actually, I probably should move my socket 7, precious socket 7 motherboard a little bit. Yeah, the balance between building stuff for you and, but yeah, probably, I mean, as long as it builds, maybe I should add some stuff, but like having it pre-built for your convenience. Cheers. Everything tastes better from the, maybe we should actually, our merchandise, make a dragon cup, because dragon. So yeah, let's fix that. I think I yesterday saw also, the crazy thing is Firefox builds, as patched and configured in T2, Alacrity builds cbind gen probably. I think I built cbind gen. Actually, maybe let's try another Rust package before we fix it. Actually, we don't have that many. Let's try Rust just for the fun of it. Not even sure why I packaged that though. I should have built it with both, just to see if another random open source package just builds. Actually, did I already skin up today? Oh, apparently I did. And welcome everyone. I'm Danny. Coding video for Linux kernel development. I actually have a very popular, I mean, maybe you should, instead of always asking what I should do after my 1000 videos and live streams, development, right? So probably most things you are asking, except maybe Window Manager, have already been done, right? So usually, which kernel developer live here is here. This is that here, probably. Do Linux kernel development, there. Even one of the more popular videos, because sometimes they somehow are a little bit more viral as you, and they freaking even earn $30. Amazing stuff. Thanks for watching, sharing, liking and subscribing. I even spent the extra efforts, by the way. It's muted even to paste it for you. Did I copy and paste that right? Maybe like WVM. Oh no, that's not the right link, because why should it? We continue in a second after I manage to copy and paste this link. Okay, so Rust Analyzer works. So in general, our Rust stuff is relatively sound, but I certainly said this. The moment I patched Rust, I said, you know, let's see how much stuff is constantly breaking. And of course it does. This is bootstrapping. So Notex has headlib failed. We probably should see that soonish. I also do this exceptionally. I have some CPU cycles to spare. Normally I would not necessarily do that, but I'm just in such a T2 is an amazing shape state that why not test it a little bit more. Basically testing, what we're testing is, it's a fresh install from yesterday. It's basically testing whether T2 can bootstrap itself also if everything is as smart as optimized, and also bin utils. Did I had there potentially some uncommitted changes? I had. Right, I probably need to rediff that. I will not rediff that now, I will rediff that later. Maybe we should also conditionalize it actually. You know what, I could develop bin utils. That is mu, right? Where is? Yeah, so actually, you know what? It's not the worst thing to... Actually, do we have musil support? I think. So the good thing is, as usual, that you learn something interesting maybe. We have conditional support. You see the diet-libc, and it's actually not the worst thing to always apply it, because then you see more instantly that it breaks. But maybe it's too... There's always a pro and con, right? Also, how many drop frames do we have? Let's maybe... that is configure, right? Or what is it? Just configure... Why? This is new. Yeah, let's rename that and then I later fix it. If we rename that, then it's conditional applied for musel, at least it should be, and then we lose the benefit of being reminded that it needs rediffing, but we have the benefit of not having to rediff it instantly. So let's take a look at this bloody Rust. And that is also the thing, right? Decades ago, like even freaking, I'm not making this up, like decades ago when an T-Zeng ET6000 was the latest and greatest 20 years ago, 25 years ago, you configured, make installed and stuff built, and also stuff mostly didn't care about the arch prefix of whether it's Red Hat, SUSE, Slackware, T2, aka Rocklinks at the time. And nowadays it's like, yeah, I don't know T2, or like in Rustland, right? Rust Cargoland. I don't know T2. I'm not freaking building it. Let's see what. So you probably, so that is librsvg custom build command for. So this thing is even. Process didn't successfully main panicked at invalid target. Lib, so that is system vendors system. And that is also what I really hate with this micro dependency. Not only are these micro dependencies too micro and too many and a dependency nightmare and haystack and simply overload. And due to the whole we have that in the cloud, you don't have that like installed like classic libraries, and then you have to deal with all those vendor library crates as it is. In my opinion, not ideal. Let's see what we find here. It's building. Do we have here like MIPS, or where is even unknown? Where is, or maybe we should unknown variant. No, where is even line 810 target and target by triplet. What is it trying to do here? Get built-in target by triplet. What is it doing here? Config expression targets. Why does it even freaking know that, and why can't it just? It's hilarious. Yeah, some test targets. How does it work and what does it try to do? I would think the Rust compiler can, by default, just... That is the thing, right? The Rust compiler works, at least all the other like stuff built. Yeah. Oh wait, is it hello then? No. Yeah, so the Rust compiler works, but they need to do their special snowflake stuff, and it's like, instead of just freaking compiling, it's like, don't know the target. Check config, where is it? Feature to... Yeah, so that is, and that is also in general my grief with this modern stuff, that you don't even instantly see where this is coming from. Where would that be coming from? Get built-in targets by, maybe I should also, does GPM work or does GPM not work? Because I want a freaking mouse. Okay, VirtIO mouse does not work the most. Oh, well, it's just very fast. Okay, it does work. There's some basic mouse here for. Does it have a middle mouse button? Hey, it is. Amazing. wherever that... Oh, wait a second, is that... Use config expression... targets... Not sure where that is coming from though. Ah, there. Ah, this is in config expressions. Maybe. That's maybe coming from... Ah, there is something. Get built-in targets. Linux Museum. There is something. Yeah, so it's a little bit, I mean, so far, I mean, Firefox built, but that's a little bit what I feared, that we need to hunt this kind of nonsense all over the place, which obviously is not ideal. I wonder how many YouTube videos I will make and until when I will regret that. Target matcher, arch endianess. Some vendor, none. I also have to say I find Rust code not the most readable. I'm really sorry to say that, but as much as amazing the memory safety is, interesting, they have OpenBSD and Redux use target lexicon operating systems. Oh no, they have... Wait, they have unknown end? So we are, so let me think, x86 something T2 Linux GNU. Would it be Redux unknown? Where was the other, where was that? An expression. Target predicate return true for the predicate matches is specified not when matching against target lexicon triple. Let GNU Linux GNU get built-in target by triple. Let win PC Windows unwrap. Why? There's also targets. Did I check targets already? It's little more than an arbitrary modifier. Attempt to find the target info for the specified target triple. All built-ins, binary search. Binary search TI triple as reference, compare triple. Map I, all built-ins. A list of all of the built-in nightly target known to Rust as of 154. Where do they get that from? Maybe here? Here they have something. We could obviously, this is obviously silly. Also Rust internally has that already. So this is actually a bit of a problem for us because we also patch other, independently of all this unknown bullshit here. Interesting, they have ESP as oppressive. But we also patch risk 5 here, so it would, even if I wonder if we can, we probably can test with 1, and otherwise we can SED all of those to our targets. But yeah, what a bullshit. This totally should not. My recurrent criticism is that a lot of modern stuff, not only reinventing the wheel and reinventing it's strange, and also creating so much code, like easily the 80-20 rule, but maybe, sometimes it even feels like 80% of the code should not even be written, but like basically trying to solve stuff that doesn't even need solving that way. Especially for freaking SVG implementations, like we are writing operating system. And also, this info should be known to Rust and the compiler. So this is so superfluous and hilarious. So much code trying to solve stuff that doesn't need solving. It was solved. Actually, I wanted. Okay, they have unknown dragonfly. It's hilarious. Yeah, here. So I would hope they only use the one that we are building for. So then we could T2 here. And how did we build that? Are we still building? Still building. We have already, not only we should obviously patch lib RSVG, I also found that I had locally this bin util, so already a little bit of a win-win. So how did it build? Was it make or a cargo build? Interesting. So it had configure, but is it even supposed to be? Oh no, it's already panicked. Is it even supposed to be built like that? Because we have configure here. It's a little bit bizarre. Should we then build with make? Also, this failed. Do not have object introspection. I didn't. Okay, the more we test builds, the better. I had this already, so I rebuilt stuff multiple times already for testing, more testing. Slightly wonder, or actually is this probably configured with disable. Now that I think about this, probably configured with. I just didn't actually. Let's maybe see if we can copy and paste. So. Okay, it looks like it might anyway run Rust, even if we run make. So this didn't really fix a thing that is obviously not the most helpful. Yeah, that is why it obviously is not. Was it vendor? Yeah, it looks like I need to waste even more time with this shit. And this is how I currently would want to do other things, but such fundamental things are broken. So it should be in there, so either that didn't rebuild or you never know, or cool, now the recurring checksum bullshit What I hate. I mean, why, right? This is so hilarious. You patch your stuff because it doesn't build. I so hate it also with Firefox. I really don't understand. I mean, I could basically sit with the state of IT. I could sit here and swear each day. I could rant. I could bang my head at the table or keyboard. It's just hilarious. I probably should check if patch is used with, if modifications are required, then it is recommended that patch is used with a fork copy of the source. I wish there would be more. No, I need to Google that shit. Build-ins RS. I probably need to make some build-ins. Oh, come on. Build-in. Pro tip, always copy and paste. Even if all you have is a bloody... No, there it probably is. I wonder if we... And it's like, yeah, no new lines in the patch is a file, which is hilarious. I need to find some automation for this bullshit. This is... Tell me that fixes that, because... So yeah, micro dependencies, building random stuff multiple times and variations of... So like, it's... Because I didn't fix it yet. So yeah, so there might be more stuff somewhere. Memory system, it's still the same, so that is rather sad. And it's also so much waste of time, because each time you need to learn, you need to dive into the source and debug all the stuff. And then you would need a good Rust debugger potentially, and this is also, I mean, even debugging that isn't the most easy, because it's in the middle of a build system, and panicked invalid target. It's not still the same though. This was slip RS 810. Right, somehow this doesn't add up. This has somehow not 810 lines even. So slip OS and system tabs. Alright, this any others is yeah, is it 200 micro dependencies potentially? It's Which targets is that? For what does it even need that? Actually, we could theoretically YOLO that and substitute. It's so funny, they assign here, or they have, okay, they, which target is that even? Add hooks, so system depths can internally build library name if requested by user. Yeah, maybe we pause the stream for a second. Okay, so this stuff otherwise builds. Okay, let's maybe do the binutils thing and this Rust. It's just frustrating. I don't even find this style of code particularly outstanding. And that's also what really bugs me about the future of IT, not only Rust and Cargo, but sure, Rust has some good memory safety features, but everything around it is not particularly outstanding. Everything, all the ecosystem, all the micro dependencies, all of questionable code and quality. And I don't know, leave in the comments below. Should we saw this? Did one setlib? I think Notex had one setlib. Didn't build that yet. Yeah, I would have thought that should come from there, but somehow. I probably should first patch the binutils thing. But this should only do a binary search over all built-ins, so why does this not work? Triple string. Let me check something back in a second. Would fail like that. Or why it would build on my other machines, that is rather strange. So yeah, we could maybe no LTO that. Or what was the exact error? Also, hey, we patched librsvg. So I tried, so what I did while I was trying that shortly off camera, just let this triplet there replace T2 with unknown, and it freaking works. It's probably the easiest thing. The other thing, not sure why the other thing I would have expected substituting that should work, but nah, that's kind of maybe even slightly more elegant instead of shell code pre-substitute all this table, which somehow didn't work. Anyway, wherever that's coming from. So, setlib. So, and another win-win, right? One YouTube live stream and 3 or so, like one binutils patch, setlib, and Rust. See, if you're wondering, with how many small things we deal with on a recurring basis to get everything working, freaking working. So setlib, build test. Or ADM log that is undefined. So is it, I really wonder why this built for me though, that is bizarre. Ah, this is actually, wait a second, this is not even an LTO build. So it builds for me now with LTO, but not with, or is it building the examples? No, this is, now I'm confused, which, so it's trying to build some mini gzip example with, is it unique? It should do that from that local directory. Mini gzip or undefined. It's using the cross CCLT. That is a little bit bizarre. We have fpig, we have, well, how would that fail if it looks to me, we don't even have LTO. How is that not possible? What the freaking heck is now going on? Oh, so many build errors. Can we build setlib like that? But yeah, because there's, why would that, this is bizarre. The most bizarre build errors. Epic thread ripping faster to the most bizarre build errors only live here on this channel. Oh man. I can tell you after 20 years of random others people's shit code and build errors, I'm tired. I wonder, do I have nightmares hunting build errors and shitty code hunting me already? So the thing is, if we patch it like that, it will, is there some cargo disable checksum? Prevent calculation of dependencies, plus n. Here, no, I need a way. Let's see what they write on the seller. We need code changes in upstream crate. Upstreaming is time consuming, so we want to make sure everything works before. Determine which crate needs changes. Copy vendor crate. Modify cargo toml to replace. Modify the copied vendor. Modify. Does it make sense? This is with the bloody checksum though. Okay, let's save this. Fix file hotfix t2 triplet. Theoretically, or we don't call it hotfix, but do we call it hotfix? Actually, we can. How long do we want that? Or just, I kind of want Rust in the name, Rust CT2, it's probably fix file diff I wanted. This will mostly likely not build due to the bloody checksum. Let's see what we need to patch there. So my preferred solution is simple way to disable the cargo checksum. To just right now that doesn't work because mess up the checksum. But obviously I have a commit hook to prevent this from getting checked into. Need info Alex on the feasibility of dislabeling. Oh, 6 freaking years ago. No, there are not even a solution to that. This is so Let's see what the log says here. What did they say? If modifications are required, then it's recommended that patch is used with a fork copy of the source. I just don't know. Holy shit, you need to Google. Here, rendered Rust dependencies. Also, that, yeah, wonderful. Their solution, I mean, this is also, I can also, wait a second, did they remove it? A patch section to, wait, where is patch package? Where is patch? Also, do you see how amazing it is that it is one freaking long line? Let's see, recently librvg. How old is this post even? 2020, not even that old, only 2 years. And why? Why should developer have to do that, right? It's freaking source. Source is changing. I mean, everyone is constantly changing it, right? The only constant is freaking change, right? And I mean, actively working against developers wherever they can. I don't get it. I really wonder that there are some people so in love with Rust, considering how, in my opinion, all their ecosystem is such a clusterfuck of a bullshit. I don't get it. And I like memory safe languages and batches in C, just not all theirs running. I mean, they fucked up their freaking ecosystem wherever they effing can. And Table, modern Rust CV code contain borrow errors, cover older versions. Yeah. Also, yeah, Rust is only as safe as the borrow code doesn't have bugs. Right? Finding appropriate upstream fix, try to natively patching when it failed because try is very hard to prevent you from patching freaking dependencies and client base do not match the checksum, try modifying checksum. Anyway, it seems kosher way is to patch Rust dependencies is to add a patch section to, okay, but where is, I don't get it, which cargo CSS parser, where is the patch now? Then cargo will stop complaining I didn't freaking, files, cargo, okay, I don't get where they, to add a patch section to, but I could not figure out how to make that work. Eventually I got some help. You can edit the cargo checksum JSON and change files to an empty array like so. Yeah, okay, thank you very much. So this person didn't even a GNOME developer couldn't even getting freaks a bloody patch thing to work. And yeah, other people, I mean, other people not like me who like for 20 years go through all this bullshit, also like giving up, right? Language package managers are catering to their restricted audience, which allows them to ignore the broader ecosystem. My saying, right? For 2+ years, my saying here live on this channel. It's always lucky when language packagers reinvent the wheel just right. It's my saying, right? So yeah, what? So empty array. So this cargo. Okay, that is what I meant with helper. I was thinking about something like that, and I meant to create here a. It was that one here, right? Helper for that. So, oh man, even that is not that easy. So I mean, maybe for, what was it, targets? Maybe I delay that helper. I mean, the helper as it is, it would be easy with SED files, substitute files, opening curly brace there to the closing one. For today, I probably patched that one more time, because the thing is, I wouldn't want to hardcode. That's the problem. I wouldn't want to hardcode each package. Probably, ideally, would auto-recognizing that might be a little bit expensive. Maybe a special tag in our patches that we don't need to auto-detect whether it's part of some cargo shit, bullshit. We could otherwise, I mean, but the thing is, I wouldn't want to auto-detect for this very edge case in everything we patch with Firefox or the Linux kernel, GCC and Clang. So, yeah. Wait a second, it's not rusty, but where is... And good that I tested this. And not only did I make the last day's T2 dependency stuff way more just working, also libRSVG is obviously at times a rather more important package. Wait, where is the patch now? Did I actually thought I would have. Why is it not there? Or did I not? Did I don't think I've... Ah, darn, I did that wrong. Oh, come on. Shit. Or can we... What do we do here? Yeah, maybe we wouldn't necessarily want to realize that stuff is in a window directory. It's... Yeah, we will see how regular that is. And so does this still probably collect that? I really wonder how that is possible now. It's a setlib error also. So last time I used VI instead of our helper, and it was it the targets, right? Why is there such a fail today? Oh, maybe I didn't run it with file name to save it. Oh, there you have it. Yeah, it's also due to one line. It's a whole freaking file. It's hilarious. It's probably the last time the next time I will somehow SED that. Oh, interesting. So setlib. So it may be linked to the wrong setlib. What is now with set standard? Why is this also failing? Is this using the wrong? I'm not really sure what's going on with this stuff here. That is a bit bizarre. I'm not sure what I should make out of this stuff here. I mean, it should link to its new locally built library, or does it not? At least we fixed that here. What else was it? Alright, this patch. How can that break? Also, especially when sets do not probably work and it should use. How can that fail in that way? Okay, let's do the. I probably guru meditate it later. I don't have that much time. Is it already 1 hour? I guess. Let's fix 1, 2 or 3 errors and do I see? Yeah, whatever. And 1 hour, 1 hour of your life is gone. Let's build that here and patch it this time. At least something we managed. Oh, what do you even do here? Okay, so we did here, what did we do? This is simply GNU, so and substitute that there, okay. So I guess that was star here and substitute. I think I did here x32. Where does it substitute it? Did I have that like that? Apparently, I guess so. Probably some context around that changed, so let's see. So only one failed here. Let's see what changed there. Manually merging that. Let's see what actually changed. No, they have here actually elf. What? Why is there elf? Okay, one. So they somehow removed the elf. Not even sure I've ever seen that before. Anyway, I guess that looks good and doesn't have changes in the SID. So yeah. Rebased. Probably should have copied that to start with. There is that. I hope it works. Pro tip, don't test uncommented. I just have too much stuff to test it now. And so yeah, this stuff is a little bit bizarre. Ideally that should work though, not really sure why it doesn't. Set this. Anyway, I hope you learned something. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and new ISO any moment. Probably that's the last thing I will tackle later today or tonight. Anyway, don't forget to share, like and subscribe, and I hope to see you soon for more fun and programming to come.